guys, welcome back to another episode of Brass and Gas. My name is Joe, your host, and today's video I'm officially giving you guys a 500 round update on the Apollo 11 compact, how it performed for me, my thoughts of it after shooting it for the 500 rounds, and just my general thoughts on the gun and how I think it's going to perform for the 1,000 rounds. And then I'll kind of go through some other things that maybe if you haven't seen my other videos, you wouldn't entirely know, or maybe just to give you a little bit more reiteration, a little bit of a reminder. So just to start out, gun is clean and it is clear. So, all right, let's talk about it. So I'm hoping to roll a little bit of B footage in here. If not, if I haven't played some already, you're going to see some here soon. Essentially, this gun right out the box came dry. And when I say dry, I mean it came out dry, as if it did not get lubed at all from the factory. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? No, it's not, because I can always lube it up myself, not a big deal. And for those of you that don't know about 2011s, typically just put some oil on the rails there, put it on the other side, underside, maybe a little bit here if you have a bull barrel, and then a little bit here, and then that's pretty much it. So not too terrible. And so as compared to my unboxing video, this gun was fairly gritty out the box compared to how it is now. I believe in that same video I actually showed it getting hung up like right about there, and now after the 500 rounds I don't get that whatsoever. There's no hesitation out of this. I mean, it's smoother than when it came out the factory, but like any gun, it needs to go through a breakthrough period. I don't care if it's Glock, I don't care if it's staccato, I don't care what it is. They're all going to need a break-in period, just like this gun needed it. Some need more rounds more than others. And I'm hoping to show in the footage here that I actually got some light primer strikes in my gun. I want to say I had it in the first 100-ish rounds. But after 100, I want to say 120, I think that's when the last one was, I had not had another light primer strike since. I've been running 115, 158, 127, 152, 147, and this gun thus far has eaten all of it. I have not had any issues extracting. I've not had any issues feeding. I have not had anything since those light primer strikes. The trigger, I want to say, is still the same, probably at like 4.5 pounds, maybe 4 pounds. That did get smoother. It did smooth out a little bit compared to when it was out of the box. However, the weight hasn't really changed. The grip safety is still the same. The mags pop in and out just fine. Yeah. Probably just had, yeah, I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Mags have been dropping pretty freely except for that one. The Prodigy mags do work. The 21 and the 26 rounders work. My safeties have worked. They haven't really been too stiff. I will say, I know in my video, my previous video, that coming down was really difficult and it was sticking a lot. But after hitting past, I want to say it was 300-ish rounds, that this really started smoothing out. So now, as you can see, I can flip it pretty easily. No issues whatsoever. There we go. I mean, let's talk about the wear a little bit. So as you can see, I'm starting to see a little bit more wear on my barrel up here at the front end. as well as on the hood here. So it was kind of like I predicted in my unboxing video as well as in my fit and finish video. The barrel is probably what needed the most amount of fitting on this gun in order to make it a lot smoother, and in order to improve the reliability on it. The firing pin is what my first concern was for the light primer strikes, due to me seeing a lot of other people having that kind of issue. However, at that point in time, I was strictly shooting some MagTech 115, I believe it was. Once I switched out the ammo on that day, it didn't happen anymore, nor did I have it in any subsequent range trips. However, I do want to mention that I did shoot that same batch of 115 MagTech later on, and I didn't have any light primer strikes. So thinking about that, I believe what may have been the issue is that maybe there was a small burr within the firing pin channel, or hole, whatever you want to call it. Yes, the firing pin channel. I believe there might have been a burr in there, and I believe that might have been what was causing the light primer strikes. But I really don't think I'll have a better knowledge on that until I get to 1,000 rounds. I think once I hit 1,000 rounds, if I don't have any more issues whatsoever, I'm going to feel pretty darn confident in this gun, and that'll probably be when I start making my modifications, both possible porting in the future, swapping out the grip with a staccato C2 grip, switching out the AMB safeties, and I believe I did mention before this was going to possibly be a carry gun in the future. So, you know, I try to make this nice and quick, but those are my thoughts after 500 rounds. Again, if you have one of these, I highly suggest making sure it's lubed, making sure it's clean, and just run rounds through it, man. Get to at least 200 to 300 rounds. If at 300 rounds you're still having issues, and if it's an issue you don't think is going to be resolved through just firing the gun and getting rounds through it, reach out to Live Free Armory. They're really great guys and gals over there. They do a great job, and they're more than happy to take care of you and fix the problem, whatever it may take. This gun has not needed to get sent back. Like I said, those light primer strikes, I think they've resolved themselves. However, I won't know for sure, and I'll be able to better tell you at the 1,000 round mark. However, this is going over 300 rounds now with no issues when it comes to ammo, no firing pins, nothing like that. So I'm really intrigued to see what the next 500 rounds will hold. The only thing I could say is at about 200, just shy of 250 rounds, I did field strip this gun. I did wipe it down a little bit, and I did re-oil it. I did not just shoot through the whole 500 without cleaning it. And that was just because I wanted to be honest with you. That was the end of that range trip. I was already cleaning a bunch of other guns, and I figured I might as well do this too. And so I did. But we'll see. We'll see if maybe these next 500 rounds I just don't clean it, don't lube it, and I see what happens. I will go ahead and report back to you if anything does happen. But until then, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down there. Let me know your thoughts on the gun. Do you think it's cool? Do you think it sucks? Do you have one? Do you have a 5-inch? Do you have a 4 1/4? Have you been having any issues with it? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and we'll have a good conversation down there like we have on the other videos. And you'll see me in a little bit. Have a good one.